the other day when I was fixing my fence. I sent you photos.
Yeah. Good job, by the way. They look really good.
You ever heard of Rural King?
Rural King?
Rural King is like in the small parts of random Bristol, Tennessee, and Radford, Virginia. There's I think it's actually technically Christiansburg. But anyway, Rural King is like if Lowe's had an inbred baby with Kmart.
Okay.
Mixed with Big Lots.
Oh, like a large Tractor Supply.
Yes, that's exactly what Rural King is.
Dude, I love Tractor Supply.
I like Rural King. I genuinely do, but I know what I'm getting involved when I go into a Rural King. With all that being said, 4 years ago, I bought like a pair of jeans, and I knew like these are going to be a cheap, flimsy pair of jeans, but it's going to be good. So like when I do like work in the
from Rural King.
Rural King.
It sounds like your jeans would have been very durable jeans.
You would think, but they were like $8. So I know exactly what I was getting into. So with that being said, I put them on for the first time in like 4 years ever. Actually, my first time ever wearing them. The waist was tight as shit. And by the way, I just lost 30 pounds since last year. But the waist
like
was
muffin
tight.
Topped over it. Oh.
The pants were the pockets were tight.
But
but the legs were baggy. It was very confusing. It was like they were sort of supposed to be skinny jeans, but not really. It's like a pair of skinny jeans fuck some Jinkos. And that's what these ended up being. Yeah, it was weird.
Oh my God. Yeah. Now I've definitely got some like dad weight redistribution happening right now that I'm doing my best to try to start mitigating. So,
you know where you can mitigate that dad weight is Birds Fly South.
Oh, perfect. Beer.
Birds Fly South Ale Project. Let me just they should have stopped at Birds Fly South. Like that's all you need there. But anyway, this episode you can tell Birds Fly South Ale Project. I'm gonna keep saying it until I get it right.
We just called Birds Fly South, man.
Okay.
We just call it Birds Fly South for a long time. Do you know anything about them?
I don't. Do you have a background?
Very, very general and just from memory. It's been a long time since I thought about this, but they have been around for something like 7 or 8 years. I think it's called Birds Fly South Ale Project originally because it was like they were originally before they had their space. I think they would do like these. They would go ahead. It was like a group of folks who would brew some beers, and then they would do these tasting events. And then eventually Hampton Station, when that area was being improved on, they moved into that permanent space to actually have the larger, brewing operation. But I feel like they were somewhere else before they were in that Hampton Station space. And I can't remember where it was. It's been too long since I've thought about this.
So that being said, Hampton Station at 1320 Hampton Avenue, kind of the new little weird hip, like revitalized spot in the corner of, I don't know what you would even call it. It's like kind of on the edge
Hampton Station.
Yeah, it's like the edge of West Greenville, I guess, right? So slash Berea.
It's kind of sandwiched between City View and Park Place and Sanssouci. Yeah. So it's just south of Swamp Rabbit Cafe and Grocery. But it's kind of an interesting area. There's a spot literally across the street from it. It's an old like rail line warehouse space.
Yep.
So it's like them and White Duck Taco, and there's a Craft Axe Throwing, and there's a Hallowed Earth pottery that is there.
There's a barbecue place about to open there.
Oh, great. Cool.
Yep.
Due South opened a spot there, I think.
Yep.
I think
it's really good.
I can't remember if it's their roasting space or if the coffee place as well.
Noble Dog Hotel and Boardings there as well.
But then literally across the street is Norris Iron and Metal, which is basically a junkyard. So you just look over across the street and there's just a mass of metal debris that's just behind a large fence that you're pretty sure if you jumped, you'd be mauled to death by a dog.
By the time this episode comes out, I would have already. So this Saturday of this recording, July 30th, is my 20-year high school reunion. We are going to have it at Birds Fly South Ale Project.
Oh, that's going to be fun.
It will be. I think there's only going to be a handful of us because social media has killed any kind of connection with people nowadays.
Well, good luck with your 20th anniversary reunion. Our 10th year reunion a couple years back failed miserably. So I seriously doubt the 20-year reunion will happen.
Oh, mine was bad as well. We had two people try to organize it, and they tried to make it a 2-day event. Where I think event one was like, I think at a lodge or something, and it would have cost I think like $60. Which, if you're in your late 20s and you're still on like your first job career, maybe you just bought your first house and you don't have a lot of money otherwise, like $50 is one thing. But then the 2-day event, the next day event was like $70.
Dude, Andrew, did we have the same people planning our reunions? Because the same shit happened at ours. And like everybody was like, I'm not paying for a 2-day event. Like everyone literally just like went off on the people on the Facebook group and it just fell apart.
Yeah. So that happened with mine. And then the original organizer just fell off the grid. And then two other people from that same class, one person was living in Boston at the time. And then one person I think lived here, and they just kind of coordinated. And then we ended up having it at Liberty Tap Room, which is just recently closed next to the Floor Field. It's going to be another restaurant soon. But we just did like an outdoor seating thing, just kind of, I think it was like $20 flat. And it's like,
so you guys were at least able to get something put together. We didn't even get that far.
Oh, wow. So you had nothing.
Nothing. Absolutely nothing. I think a bunch of people were like, hey, let's get together and just watch the football game for, I think homecoming weekend was going to be the same weekend. So everyone was like, let's just go to the football game instead. And like the organizers got kind of butthurt that people were doing that. But I didn't go. And it sounded like a lot of people didn't go.
I'm going to go ahead and predict that I'm going to have a mediocre time. I will have a good time showing off my wife and talking to people saying,
my wife.
I got married. Fuck off. And I still have my hair. And
your hair looks great, man.
And I look trim compared to last year. I'm glad it was this year than last year. So in the vein that I am saying, I'm going to have a good time.
How like, I know that you wanted to get healthy for yourself, but how percentage wise, what was the contributing percentage to looking good for your 20th reunion?
0. I did not even know this thing was going to be a thing until like maybe like last month, when I basically had an alumni friend of mine say, are you going to this? I was like, I didn't fucking know this is a thing. And then I realized one of my good friends from high school was actually organizing it. And she lives in Hawaii, by the way, at the moment.
But she's organizing it. Oh my God.
Yeah, because no one else wants to like, dude, I came from like the last 3 years event planning and organizing. It's a pain in the ass. Organizing and event planning is the most thankless job, aside from maybe a sewer worker and a trash man.
Yeah. If it goes well, then nobody notices how well it went.
And if it goes
if it goes poorly, it's your ass.
Exactly. But you know what's not going to go poorly? Birds Fly South Ale Project. I got it. Nailed it.
Even if it goes poorly, at least you will be at Birds Fly South. It will be good.
And if you've not listened to this podcast before, as we are rambling still in this opening, this is 1-star reviews. My name's Andrew Van, and we got Larry Simonson back. Dad waiting for his son to wake him up.
No, hopefully not.
As long as I continue talking louder, he will. And we read.
There's a reason I'm wearing speakers.
We read the bad reviews of good places, ironically, but also like to give props to our hometown. My hometown. You're not hometown. You're from Sumter.
I live here though now.
No. Your hometown is Sumter. You be proud of being Sumter's son.
No.
No.
I live here now.
So we like to read the bad reviews of good places to give bad press, good press, and all that stuff there. But we like to fuck around people. But as you're listening to this episode, give us a subscribe, like wherever you listen to your voices on right now, and help us get some more 5-star reviews. And we'll keep coming out with more episodes. We just celebrated episode 100 a couple episodes ago, and we've reached over 15,000 downloads in the last 2 years or so. So that's pretty cool. At least that's from one source. I mean, I can go track it on Apple and some other shit if I wanted to, but I have a 9-to-5. This is not my 9-to-5. This is my hobby. This is my fun with you. This is not my job. And I don't feel like doing that shit. But I can say thank you to all the people who have downloaded and listened to it so far. In the meantime, let's get some reviews going here. Let me get some music.
Oh, hey. Before we get started, clarification. They started as a project. They were renting space in Thomas Creek before they moved into this space. So
and
that's
Thomas
why
Creek closed as well too, right?
Thomas Creek is still open. Yeah, because they produce. Because they have the.
Oh, sorry, I meant like the
red
facility, but maybe I'm thinking of Quest, right?
Yeah, Quest closed down.
Gotcha.
Quest local brewery closed down, but Thomas Creek is still around. All right, continue.
Extremely rude bartending staff. I walked up to look at the menu with mask as they request. However, others approach without a mask to glance at the menu. Coming from someone who has no problem with masks at all, it is easy to see the female, I did not get her name, bartender was very confrontational and ready to pick a fight with someone to display her control, quote. She was very loud and turned my experience as a rule-following customer into a terrible one because she did not know how to handle herself or others. I did not have a problem following the rules, but I do have a problem with being treated rudely. Her issues with someone else should have not affected her attitude toward me. We will not be back, and I will not recommend. Quote, I will say the other bartender was much more professional and tried to help the situation, but couldn't be heard over his coworker who took over. Woo, that was a ride.
As a ride. I'm not entirely sure what to make of that, honestly. It sounds like they're like, I'm not being rude. It's like, well,
you know the term victim mentality, where people just don't accept blame or some kind of issue on their own, and they just project it on others. There's a lot of signs in that confession there of like, I don't know what your deal is with me. I don't know what your deal is with me.
I'm a rule follower, damn it.
Mm-hmm.
Here's another one for you. Went here today and stood in line. One of the bartenders was being very rude and talking about me and my friends because we weren't wearing masks. P.S. This is from 2 years ago. We weren't close to other customers and being respectful. We were also waiting in a line outside with masks in our hands. He called us out in front of other customers and mocked me for taking a phone call from another friend telling me where she was sitting. I don't plan on going there again, as the staff is rude. Me and my friend work in the healthcare field. We take this very seriously. All he had to do was politely ask us to wear a mask, and we would have obliged. I would give it 0 stars if I could. Make sure you get a more polite staff. Response from the owner. Hi, Nicole. We're so sorry to see this review. We appreciated that you called us, and we thought the conversation helped to address your concerns. We pride ourselves on being caring, respectful people. We will strive to have every customer experience the same. We have spoken with our staff to be sure they are doing so each and every day. We do hope you will come back and see us again soon.
I'm trying to break that down a little bit. And I know we said the last one was kind of a little aggressive and victim mentality. This one, I don't know. I'm trying to think.
COVID mask stuff, really, I'm so excited over the next several years for these type of reviews to slowly go away, because it was kind of an extraordinary situation. And people really could be aggressive in either direction about it. You know, it sounds a lot like at least the business was responding to them, but it also sounds like they had a phone call about it.
Yeah, that's the other concern is like, I get when you are that bothered, and maybe sometimes you take that, that accountability in your hands and just be like, I'm going to do something about it just to kind of vent and feel better. I think it's also just kind of weird of like, how could you not just, I don't know, if I felt like for something that the bartender was blah, 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 I think for one, I would probably have taken my drink in like a complete different direction and not even look at, and like, I don't know, like what's the obsession of like, are they talking about me? They're talking about me. They're totally talking about me. Why are they talking about me?
Yeah. How did they know they were talking about them?
That's just weird to me. That's like weird to me. That's like that paranoia of things. And
there is kind of the idea of like, unless they're like pointing at you and like who cares? You're an adult.
And drink your beer. It will definitely make you feel better. So
there is something to be said about like if you're out. Oh, sorry, buddy. No, if you're sitting outside too, if you're sitting outside, who cares if you're wearing a mask? Like if you're sitting outside in an open air area, then like, probably don't need to be wearing a mask. I suppose you don't have to wear a mask.
This one was from 5 years ago, a simpler time in 2017.
Oh, thank God.
Service on a Saturday was terrible. Stood at the bar with 10, 15 other people. None of us had beers in our hand. Staff was too interested in washing glass and drinking their own beer to serve. Had the common beer, which I didn't like. Didn't want to stay longer to try anything else. Won't be coming back. Response from the owner. Sorry for the slow response. Just now getting into the Google business stuff. Very sorry for your experience. We were a month open at the time, learning a lot. And if I'm not mistaken, that was when the hurricane was coming through Charleston. Since then, we have updated the tabs, retrained our bar staff, and added a dishwasher. If you feel like giving us another try, I hope we can meet expectations. Cheers.
Yeah, growing pain sounds like.
Yeah, I can imagine how irritated I would be if I'm like looking at staff drinking what I want to drink. And like just being acknowledged, can I help you? Yeah. What you got, I want. So ooh. This one is very angry. Do you see this one with this like dude in the beret as his like profile picture?
You want me to read it, or you want to read it?
I'm gonna play dramatic music for you.
Okay. Drinking your carpet cleaner now. OMG, it's horrible. It's very innovative to mix in a soap to help clean the vomit it induced. But I'm not tricked by such a millennial creation. Good luck to you. Full of hate for your product. Now, wait. No longer full, and my floor is actually a little glossy. Out back counting stars as my roommate cleans my vomit. If you were to bottle every bad decision you ever made in your life, it would taste better than this.
If you were to bottle every bad decision you made in life, it would taste better than this.
Wow.
Sir,
so they're basically saying,
you don't know the bad decisions I've made in my life.
So they're saying that are they saying it tasted like soap? Is that what they're saying?
I love such a millennial creation. Full of hate of your product now. Wait, no longer full, and my floor is actually a little glossy.
I've got to know if this person has left other, because this is such a strange way that he's written this. Honestly, I'm just like, was he drunk when he wrote this?
I mean, this is coming from the guy who, during the recording of our 100th episode, I discovered your alter ego, Scumbag Larry. Yeah, this dude leaves nothing but 1 stars at a bunch of places. Let's just kind of
go. No. You can't compare me to this guy. Come on.
I'm not. Okay, I take that back. You were not as bad as this guy, because this guy seems as sincerely douchebaggy. But I will read some of these here. Princess Hot Chicken McB. I'm hungry. I can't decipher how to order food. I'm not coming back. So because you're too stupid to understand a menu, you are not coming back.
I do like this 1 star he left for a Starbucks in Clemson, in Anderson, actually. OMG, your lids are garbage. 1 star. The thing is, we all kind of feel that, right? It's not untrue.
I like this one from Lens Crafters. Honestly, give me my PD measurement. Shame on you. It's for VR and to buy my glasses elsewhere now.
Oh my God. I would not have admitted that.
Oh,
this one is a man after my own heart, because I've definitely left this same type of one for McDonald's in Clinton, South Carolina. Taco Bell on Woodruff Road. Been waiting over 10 minutes for my food. 3 other people are eating. So good damn slow.
This guy also left a 1-star review in Taco Bell on Warren Abernathy Highway in Spartanburg. So he's just got beef with Taco Bell. Oh, he does have a McDonald's one here. That's 1 star. Hold on. Kill the damn flies. Gross. Pestered continuously by flies. I think that's you. Actually, you know what? That's a combination.
It's not me. I
think it's a combination of you, and I think a combination of West Union, South Carolina, where he was reading that from.
Listen,
traveling man.
But here's the thing: is Birds Fly South. I've had plenty of beer at Birds Fly South Project, and I have had beers that I didn't particularly like. I've had beers that I did like. I would not. I definitely, if I had a beer that tasted like soap, I'd probably have handed it back to them and been like, "Hey, I think something's up with this." But
this guy travels for work, or he hooks up with a lot of hookers. I can't tell because, but you laugh. But he left reviews at a Comfort Inn in Marion, North Carolina. He left reviews at a Ramada by Wyndham Maggie Valley. He also left a review
Maggie Valley,
at a Comfort Inn Suites, the Radisson, Atkinson Inn and Suites in Lumberton, North Carolina. You but tell me this guy is not finding hookers.
He could also just be, dude, honestly, he could be working for a construction firm. Those are similar types of hotels I would have stayed at when I was traveling more for work. All right. How about let's go back to Birds Fly South.
What a great tangent. I had fun. I don't know about you folks, but I had fun. All right, fine. Let's go back to the episode. I guess we're supposed to do whatever.
All right, you got one. Blah, 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 blah. Honestly, they're all, man, they're not that much fun. How about this one? The service is freaking terrible. Stood at a bar for 15 minutes and couldn't get a bartender's attention. Had to send my girlfriend to the other side of the bar to get service, which sucks because we had a visitor in town and we had talked about the hospitality of Greenville. Won't be coming back. Response from the owner. Sorry for the slow response. Just now getting into the Google business stuff. Very sorry for your experience. We were open a month at the time, learning a lot. And if not mistaken, that was when the hurricane kill was coming through from Charleston. Basically, he's leaving the same exact response he left earlier for the one you heard.
As we turn around in this episode, I'm going to give myself a shout out for being a douche. And I put a 5-star review 4 years ago with pictures of inside and to the hallway of the bathroom.
Oh, very good.
I wrote, great place to kick back and enjoy local brews, tucked away from the busy downtown and next to White Duck Taco and Due South Coffee. What more do you need? What a douche I was.
That's really good. That's good. That's a good one. Do you know what? I have been here probably over a dozen times and I have never left a review. I should leave a review because I've really enjoyed my time anytime I've come here.
See, you are the reason we do these things because you're that person who never leaves reviews for good times. The one time you get a bad one, you want to leave a review.
I don't leave very many 1-star reviews that are actually, I don't leave 1-star reviews.
Except for McDonald's on Wade Hampton.
They will be fine. And it was not Wade Hampton. It was
they got to deal with Huey Magoo's now.
What? No, I left it for McDonald's in Clinton, South Carolina. What are you talking about?
Oh, well, the Clinton, South, they got to deal with Fats Cafe as competition.
Sorry, my wife is literally yelling from the other room. God damn it, I had to wait 30 minutes for that Big Mac.
This is why
that McDonald's affected us, Andrew.
This is why I love your wife. That's a great shout out to your wife there. Let's end it on this. Birds Fly South Ale Project. Again, Hampton Station, South Carolina, and Greenville, South Carolina. It's part of the Swamp Rabbit Trail area right there. So you can kind of ride your bike. You can take a nice jog.
It's actually off one of the spokes. I think it's off of the orange line of the Swamp Rabbit Trail.
I believe so. I think you're right. Yeah. So check it out. It's a good time. And again, I make fun of myself, but I do sincerely actually agree with my own comments from 4 years ago. Good job, past me. It is away from busy downtown. It is some decent parking out there. And again, you are next to White Duck Taco. Great place to eat.
Oh, man. Which we're going to have to do at some point because they have plenty of 1-stars that we could poke fun at.
Oh, for sure. And if you need a pick-me-up for your hangover, Due South Coffee. Just saying all the stuff there. But all that being said, again, listen to us. Give us some more likes, subscribe on past episodes, and help us out. If you got any suggestions, you can also always email at yesvandrew.com. I used to do improv. I don't do improv now, but I keep that email because I don't want people to find me otherwise. So, but they'll find me. They'll always find me.
They'll find you.
They'll
find you.
This is about as good as improv gets right now. We're just gonna end it. we're gonna end it.
Okay. Well, I don't have anything else to say. Scene.
Yep, we're gonna end on that. That felt good. Nope.
Yeah.
No.
Go.
We're still good. Nope.
We're still good. Hey, if you Birds Fly South, if there is one thing I can recommend to not drink is if they ever do another beet beer, don't do it. It's not good.
Beer?
Yeah, they were doing that was one beer they did a couple years ago. We went there for my birthday one year, and it was kind of like a seasonal winter beer, and it had beet in it. I think they used the juice. They used beet juice to kind of help color it. And it was a beautiful color. It was this like vibrant red color, but it tasted, unfortunately, like beets, which is not a great flavor in beer. The overriding like opinion from everyone was, yeah, like a small glass of it is interesting, but like a full glass of it was like, this is too much. This is too much beet.
Great. First you take down McDonald's, now you take down Birds Fly South Ale Project. Good job.
I'm saying that there was one. Hey, I have not left a 1 star. I've said that beer was not for me and wasn't for most of the people I was with. But I have had other beers that were excellent.
Except that one.
Don't make that beer again.
Do you just hate beets? Did beets kill your father or something? Like what is?
I mean, I actually really like beets, but it is a vegetable that basically does taste like dirt. Pretty much regardless of how much you clean it. It just has a very distinct taste.
You love dirt.
I love dirt, but I don't necessarily want my beer to taste like dirt vegetable.
It was like beer that was made for you.
I like dirt.